What's up, guys? Tyler here, Gaming Hard. Bringing you guys some more of the Dark Souls 2 beta. And this footage, guys, was taken from the very end of the beta. And actually, just about 15 minutes before this point, a notification came on the screen where they said this is going to be the height difficulty level of the beta. From now until the end of the beta, which would have been 30 minutes, they cranked the difficulty level up. And you see I'm trying to get a summon right here, but I'm not managing to get one. And I thought this was a pretty good part to upload because we actually are going to get summoned ourselves in this video, and we are going to make it to one of the bosses. If you're not interested in seeing any of the bosses or anything like that, obviously there's going to be some mild spoilers in this video. So, if you weren't interested in seeing anything important, the time to bail out would be now. But, we are going to be making it to one of the bosses before the end of this video. Got some life gems. Life gems, you consume them, and then they slowly give back health over a period of time. Your health bar, it's almost like it significantly increases like health regeneration, obviously, but there isn't any health regeneration. So it's like it gives you a bunch of health regeneration for so many seconds or something. It kind of reminds me of how like potions worked in Torchlight. Like, this potion will give you back 50 health over 10 seconds or over 20 seconds, something like that. Obviously here it's more. I imagine it's like, 500 health over 10 seconds or something like that. Maybe 5 seconds. But that's a lot when you're in the heat of combat. You can get killed in 5 seconds very easily. That's why it's better to consume life gems outside of combat, from what I've noticed. And if I'm going to be trying to heal myself while in the middle of combat, I've found it's better to go with the Estus. But it takes a while to toggle through all the items in your quick use, so oftentimes I just go ahead and consume a life gem. Anyway, wanted to also, you see I'm throwing my summon sign down there. We'll actually get summoned here in a minute, but I wanted to actually also talk about, my thoughts on it. Oh, Dark Souls 2, thus far what I've seen of it, and I am just insanely excited for this game at this point. Having played it, it's totally a Souls game. That signature difficulty is there. The awesome level design is there. A lot of the great items and weapons that we loved from Dark Souls are all coming back in the sequel. Plus a lot of new stuff, and we've got a couple of new stats, of vigor, and agility, and I'm just crazy excited for it. It was at this point that they're starting to tell us that they are wrapping up the beta, It said go ahead and log off before the beta ends, but nobody was gonna do that. I would have been pissed if I had logged off and then I'd heard later on that they let them stay on for, 30 more minutes or something like that, but as of right now I have about 10 minutes left in the beta. And actually seeing that message made me really want to speed things up because I wanted to see one of the bosses before I finished playing. So that caused me to get killed, unfortunately. So we're just gonna have to take our physical form down the mountain pass and try to get to a boss on our own. We're right back in the same spot, and we're gonna have to kill these enemies again. So anyway, back to what I was saying about, like, my thoughts on the game and stuff like that. The combat, I actually heard a lot of people complaining about how their character felt sluggish and things like that. And that all the combat just felt generally slower. And that definitely changes once you put some points into agility. 5 or 6 points in agility makes a world of difference. And everything speeds up significantly. I'm trying my hardest not to die here, so you see I switched to the Estus Flask because it seems to be easier to get a drink of Estus during combat than it is to consume a life gem. Even though Estus drinking is actually slower in Dark Souls 2 than it was in the original Dark Souls. As for the combat feels a bit more like Demon Souls, in a way. I have actually recently played Demon Souls with a spear-wielding character, and this feels very, very similar to that. And Estus also seems to give you more health than it did previously. I mean, the Estus doesn't seem to have been upgraded. I don't know if they're going to bring back the Firekeeper souls and things like that. Obviously, we do have bonfires. But I just don't know if and I'm sure that we'll probably even still have Firekeepers in the game, since that's tied to the lore of the bonfire and all that type of stuff. But I just don't know if they're going to still keep the mechanic of being able to reinforce your Estus Flasks with Firekeeper souls. Because, I mean, I don't know, so much other stuff has changed. The way humanity works, I still don't understand how it really works now. Hollowing seems to be more of a process over several deaths. I know, I noticed after dying several times in a row without restoring my humanity, eventually it halved my health bar, just like being in soul form did in Demon Souls. So there is more of a penalty now for being hollow. But it seems like going hollow is actually a process that takes 2 or 3 or maybe even 4 deaths before you're actually fully hollow. But of course, you know, a lot could change. Whether it will all be exactly like this in 5 months, who knows? I hope they improve the character animation some. But who knows? We'll just have to see what winds up releasing in March. But it is definitely cool to see that they're keeping that signature difficulty, that they're keeping that awesome signature level design. And this boss seems pretty fucking cool too. When I got in here, my first thought when I saw the 3 different skeletons was, oh, this is going to be one of those fights where one of these guys is the real boss and the other 2 are just like clones, just like the Pinwheel boss fight or the Fool's Idol boss fight from Demon Souls. And this actually didn't seem to be the case. It seems like each one of these guys has their own individual health bar. And that, indeed, all 3 of them need to be killed in order to win the boss fight, basically. And actually, guys, what's going to wind up happening here is we're going to wind up getting cut off in the middle of this boss fight because the beta is going to come to an end. And it sucks because I felt like I was getting close to completing this. But this boss fight is going to get harder. Just about to get this one out of our way. Boom. Hell yeah. And then what happens is a lot of like skeletal warriors start to spawn everywhere. I don't know what their official name is, but I'm going to call them skeletal warriors. But these guys start spawning everywhere, and my inclination here was just to go ahead and try to ignore them and kind of fight around them and just get to one of these main skeletons. But actually, now, upon review of this footage, I can see that when I'm hitting some of these little minion skeletons, it's actually coming off of the boss life bar also. So I think whenever you kill one of these guys, it spawns a bunch of these minion skeletons. And you are actually going to have to kill them also before you can actually complete the boss battle. It's not like, say, or it may not be like, this is speculation here because obviously I didn't get to finish, but it may not be that once you get these 3 main skeleton guys killed that the boss fight is over. You actually have to sit there and kill all the minion skeletons before you complete the fight, which would be different from how they did it, like say with Gravelord Nito. Once you kill Nito, all of his skeleton minions die. That doesn't seem to be the case here. But anyway, guys, we're about to get cut off. I will be bringing some more footage soon. If you guys are liking these videos, please like, comment, subscribe. As always, have a good one. Keep on gaming on.